Good morning, guys and girls. Well, another episode of the GTR Diaries. Slightly different video today. It's not really any little simple mod. I'm going to be having a look at the windscreen washers today, because when I pull the windscreen washers, for some reason it's spraying water from somewhere that it shouldn't. So I don't know whether it's the pipe that's split, whether it's the connector that's split. So we'll have a look at that in a second. I'm sporting a new coronavirus lockdown haircut done by yours truly. Can't get out to the barbers, so just thought I'd shave my head, which seems to be quite popular at the minute. So what I'm going to do is I'll fire the car up and I'm going to show you literally where it's leaking from, or where you can see that it's leaking from, and see if I can get that on camera. So if you give me a second, I'll fire the car up and I'll spin you guys around. Down at the bottom, guys, so in the middle of the screen now, you can see it's actually coming from a place where it shouldn't be coming from. So we'll see if we can rectify that today. One thing I will say is people say that GTRs aren't great on fuel economy, but at the minute I'm getting 25.9 to the gallon, and I do drive and have some fun in it, so 25.7 to a gallon. Not bad at all, really. So I'm going to turn the camera off, set up on a little tripod or something so I can get a good camera angle for you guys, and I'll pick up with you in a second. Take care, guys. What we're going to do is take this cover off and see if we can get into here, but the water is actually coming out from here. On the GTR, the jets washers are on the actual wiper blades themselves, so the water is actually spraying from here, so it must be the pipes or the connectors that's not quite right. So let me get this off and then let's have a look, see what's happening underneath. I've also noticed couple of rusty bolts under the engine bay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out today, put some rust stop on these, spray them up black, because that's the only part of the engine bay that just looks a little bit messy, so we'll get that done as well. So a couple of clips, go. Make sure they're put in a safe place. Always one that's a pain in the ass. There we go. So I can already see the problem. What's actually split is the connector. So under here, the connector between the two pipes, I don't know whether you can see that, has actually snapped off, so like the T-piece. Now I think I've got a spare T-piece that I should be able to pop into there and bridge that gap. So let me go find that, and I'll come back in a second and see if we can get this fixed. Just tease this little plastic part out. Look guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this entire plastic piece off, and it's probably just going to make it a little bit easier to get to what I need to get to. There we go. So this is what snapped the T-piece connector. So we can get in there and try and pull this out. That's that piece. And then there's the little piece that's just snapped off in here. Let's see if I can, might need to cut that off actually. Yeah, so let's just cut that off. There we go. Let me grab the T-piece and we should be able to get this fixed. So guys, there's the Y piece, and we'll see if this actually fits, which looks as though it will. Could have cut that a little bit straighter, but there we go. Hopefully push this on a little bit more. There we go, and then this into there, and that shouldn't leak. Let's test it. So that seems to have cured that. Push these on a little bit more. All done. And then clips back in. Boom. Two, 8, 4, and this one, 5. That's done, guys. So fix the screen wash for £1.50. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to take these bolts out, and it's the same on this side as well. They just look a bit messy, so what we're going to do is put some rust stop on these, and then what we'll also do is just spray them up with a little bit of stone chip. So let's get these off. So what I've got, guys, is just a bit of crust, which what it does is it'll convert rusty metal into a clean surface in 15 minutes. So this is actually being left over from a previous car. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip the bolts into it and just try and get rid of this surface rust, and then I can spray these black, and then it'll just tidy up the front end of the car. When you're popping the bonnet on the engine bay, it does, your eyes are attracted to these couple of bolts. So if I just soak them for 15 minutes, and what it'll do is it'll actually change the rust, which then I can obviously spray up and get these looking a bit neater under the engine bay. I'll just pop some stone chip or something onto these, and that should be fine. So there we go, just trying to keep busy. I will do a walk around as well for you at some point on the GTR. There's things that I like and some things that I absolutely hate. So I'm going to leave that to soak just for 10 minutes or so, and I'll come back once this is settled. There we go. These are now nice and dry, so we'll get these back on the car, but certainly looking a lot better than standard rusty bolts. So let's get these back in. And then just screw them up nice and steady. There we go. Much better than rusted bolts. And then same on the other side.